Hi, good day everyone. So today we'll be doing January 2021, number 10. Given that matrix W is 2, 6 minus 2, 5, determine the 2 by 2 matrix L such that W plus L is 0, 0, 0, 0. So first off, you can say let L be X, Y, Z, M. I just picked random letters, right? Or let's use A, B, C, D. That would make more sense, right? You can say let L be A, B, C, D, right? And then you can say, well, W is 3, 6 minus 2, 5 plus A, B, C, D is giving you 0, 0, 0, 0 when you add them. So that means 3 plus A is equal to 0. Then 6 plus B is equals to 0. Then minus 2 plus C is equal to 0. And then 5 plus D is equal to 0. Right? And we try to find out, we try to make the letters the subject. So if I have A would be equals to minus 3 because I just carried across the 3. B would be equal to negative 6 because I carried across positive 6. C would be equals to 2 and D would be equal to negative 5. So therefore L would be minus 3 minus 6, 2 minus 5. And that would be your answer. So now they're saying 2 by 2 matrix P such that WP is 1, 0, 0, 1. So W we know is 3, 6 minus 2, 5. By P, we don't know what P is, so we'll just say PBE. Let P be equals to A, B, C, D again. Just an unknown, or you could use elemental P, whichever letters you're comfortable with, right? A, B, C, D is equals to 1, 0, 0, 1. Now, in matrices, there's nothing like divide. Usually what we would do is to make, let's just say this is W, P, and this is equal to Y. We would say, well, let's make P the subject, and we would say P is equals to Y divided by W, right? But because matrices does not have something called, does not have anything called division, we put it in the form Y over W, and then we split it up. This is Y over 1 multiplied by 1 over W. Laws of indices will state that this 1 over W is Y multiplied by W to the negative 1, which is also known as the inverse. So why did I have, yeah, right, so P is equals to Y by W inverse. Right now, first off, don't put W inverse, put the W inverse in the front here. So P is equals to W inverse by Y, right? And that it does matter where you put your letters, So the inverse goes first. You're multiplying your inverse by Y to get P, right? Okay, so we understand this. I'll just erase this. This is just for general knowledge, right? Now, I am going to give you a formula for W inverse, which is going to make your life a lot easier, right? Now, to find your inverse, it's a three-step process. First, you find your determinant, right? Your determinant of W, which would be AD minus BC. That's step 1. Step 2 is to find the adjoint. Your adjoint, why is this writing so big? Your adjoint is equals to, you're replacing the positions of A and D. So this would be 5, 3, and then you're multiplying C and D by negative 1. So it would be negative 6, positive 2. This is your adjoint, right? And then step 3, you're going to put your 1 over your determinant of W multiplied by the adjoint, which is 5 minus 6, 2, 3. this is a three-step process. I just think the three steps just takes too much of time to do. So what I did was came up with, well, I didn't come up with it, but um, I'm utilizing this formula where I'm going to say P is equal to W inverse is 1 over AD minus BC by D here, A here, minus B here, and minus C here. Right? That is W multiplied by Y, which is 1001. So first off, let's say W inverse would be 1 over AD minus BC multiplied by D here, A on top, negative B, and negative C. Right? So W is equal, W inverse, sorry, is 1 over, and if we know, we're going to label this A, B, C, D. We see A is 3, so that's 3 by 5 minus BC, which is 6 multiplied by minus 2. All right, so that would be 1 over 3 fives are 15, minus and minus is a plus, so that's plus 6 twos are 12. So this would be 1 over 27, and then we're just going to replace it. The A is now going to go in the position of D, so it's going to be 5 minus 6 minus by minus 2 is positive 2. This is why this is positive 2. And instead, this last position, which D is supposed to be, is now 3. So this is my adjoint. So I'm multiplying 5 minus 6, 2, 3. Right? And then I'm going to multiply 1 over 26 by this. So it will be equal to 5 over 27 minus 6 over 27, 2 over 27, 3 over 27. So this would be my inverse of W. Right? So let me just erase this. So P is equals to 5 over 27 minus 6 over 27, 2 over 27, and 3 over 27 multiplied by Y, which is 1001. All right? And now we're going to multiply these two. I'm going to do this on the side here because it's just taking up a little too much space. Right? So P is equal to, let me look for P. Right? This is equal to, when we have to multiply, it is row by column, and then row by your second column, and then your second row by your first column, and your second row by your second column. So we're multiplying 5 over 27 multiplied by 1, that's this one here, plus minus 6 over 27 multiplied by 0. That's your first thing, right? And then, oh, I need some more space. Hold on. Right. Let me just put it here again. 5 over 27 multiplied by 1 plus minus 6 over 27 multiplied by 0. Right? And then this section here would be your row 1 by a column 2. So it'll be 5 over 27 multiplied by 0 plus minus 6 over 27 multiplied by 1. And then we have 2 by 27 multiplied by 1 plus 3 by 27 multiplied by 0. And then your next section will be 2 over 27 multiplied by 0 plus 2 over 27 multiplied by, no, sorry, 3 over 27 multiplied by 1. Right? And then we're going to add this up. So 5 by 27 multiplied by 1 is 5 over 27 plus 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. 5 by 27 multiplied by 0 is 0. Minus 6 over 27 multiplied by 1 is minus 6 over 27. Then we have 2 over 27 multiplied by 1 is 2 over 27 plus 0. Then we have 0 plus 3 over 27. Right, so now my answer for P is equal to 5 over 27 minus 6 over 27, 2 over 27, and 3 over 27. And this would be my answer for this. And that is the answer. Yeah, we don't put decimals and stuff. Just leave it as is. Right? Or there is another method, but do we understand this method? It have a next method, but it's just more things that you have to learn, so I don't think I should show you the next method. The next method, and this would be for the video's sake, would be I is known as your identity, which is 1001. If you remember, this is also known as I, right? You could have said that W by P is equals to I, or W by W inverse is equals to I. So all you had to do to find this answer was to just find the inverse of W. And we already found the inverse of W in this long working here, which is the same thing as, where is W? Yep, 5 over 27 minus 6 over 27, 2 over 27, and 3 over 27, which is the same thing as P. So if you remember this rule, guys, W by W inverse gives you I, and I is 1001. You could have just said P is also known as W inverse, and your inverse of W is this right here. And that is the next way. So they said a right angle triangle M has vertices. Vertices just means the points, right? It's 1, 1, X, Y, and Z. X is 1, 1, Y is 3, 1, Z is 3, 4. When M is transformed by matrix N, 0, 1, 1, 0, you get image M. Find the coordinates of the vertices image M. Now, first off, this 0, 1, 1, 0, we have seen it already. This is where X is equals to Y, this little line here, or Y is equals to X. So it is a reflection, right? Now, to find your image, and this is a thing that you should remember, it's M multiplied by, right, to get your image is M multiplied by a transformation, or in this case, N is your transformation, would give you image M. And you need to do it for each coordinate here, because you need your image for X, you need your image for Y, and need your image for Z. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do this 3 times. This is going to be easy. It will be your, now let's see if this works out. Let's say X. I'm saying X multiplied by N would give you your image N that is found in M, right? X is 1, 1, which is a 1 multiplied by 2 matrix. And N, sorry, no, it's 2 rows by 1 column. And N is a 2 by 2 matrix. Can this multiply? Can N multiply by N? Can X multiply by N? No, they cannot, because this is not equal. So me writing this is incorrect. What you will have to do is multiply your transformation, in this case N, by M to give you M1. That is why it is so important to know the order of the matrix, right? So it will be N multiplied by X to give you your image in M1. X1, I'll call it X1. right? And then it would be n multiplied by y to give you an image for y1, and n multiplied by z to give you an image in z1, right? So let us now multiply. For x, it would be n multiplied by x to give you x1 or image x1. So we know n is 0, 1, 1, 0. X as a column matrix would be 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. And that will give you x1. This is equals to row by column. So it's 0 multiplied by 1 plus 1 multiplied by 1. And then 1 multiplied by 1 here plus 0 multiplied by 1. And this would be it. So this was equals to 1 and 1. So my coordinates for x1, so x1 is equals to 1, 1. Right? And then we do the same thing. I'm going to just erase this. Right. I'm going to just do this one. This is for y. It will be n multiplied by y to give you y1. So that's 0, 1, 1, 0. And y is 3, 1. So it's row by column and then row by column. Right, so that's 0 multiplied by 3 plus 1 multiplied by 1. And then 1 multiplied by 3 plus 0 multiplied by 1. This would be equal to 1, 3. So, for y, its coordinates 1 and y is equals to 3. So this is for y. And then let's do for z. For z is same thing, n multiply, hold on. N multiplied by z is equals to z1, right? So it's 1, 0, no, sorry, 0, 1. Let me just write this over. It's 0, 1, 1, 0 multiplied by what is z? 3, 4. And this is equal to 0 multiplied by 3 plus 1 multiplied by 4. 1 multiplied by 3 plus 0 multiplied by 4. Right? This is equals to 4 and 3 on top. Right? So therefore, on image z would be equals to 4, 3. And this is my answer for the coordinates on vertices for the image M. They said the diagram below shows triangle OPQ, which OP is 3U, and they showed you. It's 2U plus U here, is 3U. OQ is V. Q is the midpoint of OR. So it is safe to say from that information that OQ and O and QR is the same. So this is also V. Yeah? And M is the midpoint of PQ. L is the point on OP such that OL is 2/3 of OP. So they said that L is on the point OP such that OL, so if we count this is 3 parts. We have 2 parts here and 1 part here. So that's how they said OL is 2/3 of OP, which is 2/3 of 3U. That's why they already gave you it, so you don't need to do it. This is 2U, OL is 2U, and LP is U. They already told you OP is 3U, right? So you don't really need to worry about this part here. However, they said, write in terms of U and V the expression for LM. So we want L and M. This is not a 1 mark question. This is a good few marks, right? This is 2 marks. Now, before we find LM, we say this is the starting point is L. You go to P and then you go to M. So this would be LP plus PM. Yeah? Now LP we already know is U. However, we don't know what is PM, right? First off, to find that M, we have to find out PQ because Q, M is the midpoint of PQ, right? So to find out PQ, it would be PO plus OQ, right? PO is going in the opposite direction. So instead of 3U, it will be negative 3U plus V, right? So PQ is this, right? And yeah, PQ is this. So plus PM is equals to half of PQ, right? They're going in the same direction. So this is a half by minus 3U plus V, right? So that's plus a half minus 3U plus V. And then we're going to reduce this. We're going to multiply all the brackets and everything. So that's U. A half by minus 3U would be minus 3U all over 2. And then a half by V would be plus a half V. Now, we know this is 1. So that's 1 minus 3 over 2U, right? 3 over 2 is also, let's write this out. That's U, or 1U minus 1.5 U, because 3 over 2 is 1.5 as a fraction, plus 1 over 2V, not just V, 2V, because it's 2 by V underneath, right? What am I saying? No, that's wrong. A half by V is V on top over 2. V on top over 2, right? So now 1 minus 1.5 V is minus a half U plus U V, V over 2, right? Or if we want, we can factorize this out. We see that both of them have a half. We have minus a half U plus a half V, right? They have a half in common, so it's a half open bracket minus U plus V close bracket, and that would be your answer. The next part of the question asks for PR. Now, if we look at our image here, PR, we know that's P to O and O to R. That is super easy, right? This is equal to P to O plus O to R. We know that OP is already 3U. So if we're going in the opposite direction, PO, this would be negative 3U. And we know OR, and I explained this earlier, that OR would have been twice V. So it's V plus V, so that's 2V. Right? So OR is equals to 2V. So this is equals to minus 3U plus 2V. And that is your answer right there. So this is part 2. Prove that points L, M, and R are collinear. Now, when we have to prove that they are collinear, first off, you have to make two lines, right, with a point in common. So we will say LM and LR, right? These, to prove that a point is collinear, they have to be scalar multiples of each other, right? They are on the same line and they are scalar multiples of each other. So let me write down that note. So again, collinear lines is proved to be collinear when the vectors are scalar multiples of each other. So we have to find out for vector LM and LR, right? And then prove that they are vector multiples of each other. So first off, let's find LM, right? We found out LM to be the one on top here, which is minus a half U plus V over 2. So we'll write that down. LM is minus a half U plus 1 over 2V, right? And then we have to get LR. Now LR is equal to, if we look at our image, let's see what is L and what is R. We're going from R to O and O to L. Sorry, we're going from L to O, so L to O plus O to R, right? We already know that LO is equal, sorry, OL. They told you that OL is equals to 2U, so LO would be minus 2U, right? And then OR is also 2V. So it will be minus 2U plus 2V, right? Which is, so LR is equal to minus 2U plus 2V. So now what we are going to do is we are going to compare our coordinates of U and the coordinates of V. Oh, why is this so big? No, I don't want this. So we always go from small to big, guys. So you compare U, right? So we're going from a half. We won't study in negative because both of them have negatives. It's a half multiplied by something would give you 2. So let's put the U here, right? So a half U multiplied by something will give you 2U, that's 4. A half by 4 is 2U, right? And then we're going to compare your V's. So again, we're going from small to big. So we're going to say a half V multiplied by something will give you 2. That is also 4. So we can clearly see that 4 LM would give you 1 LR. So because they are scalar multiples of 4, right? Because LR and LM are scalar multiples of each other, just this 4 LM is equal to 1 LR. Therefore, L and R LR and LM are not LR and LM. Therefore, LR and M coordinates L, R, and M are collinear. Right? And that is the answer. And this is the end of January 2022.